In this episode, I'm going to tell you why I am so freaking exhausted. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? My name's Michael Sahno, and welcome to the Sea and Land Fitness Podcast. This podcast is brought to you by Sea and Land Fitness. Head on over to www.sandlfit.com. That's sandlfit.com, and go over there and find all of your military endurance fitness gear, like these hats, the hats behind me. We got a bunch of stuff, so go on over and check it out. This podcast is also brought to you by 511 Tactical. For your military tactical gear, head on over there. Link down in the description. And also, we're brought to you by Thorne. Thorne Supplements are the best supplements on the planet. They are third-party verified. So what's on the bottle is in the bottle. So head on over to Thorne in the link below and get yourself some of their supplemental goodness. All right, hey, so I told you that, and I'm clean shaven. My head's shaved, my face is shaved, and I'm exhausted. Why am I exhausted? Well, if you looked at the title of this podcast, I finally did my fitness videos. I have been saying I'm going to film them, and I'm even behind on my podcast by a week because so this episode is a week late because I did my videos. Hold on, I'm going to have a sip of coffee. So yes, my this episode is a week late because I was a couple of reasons. One, I did the videos, and two, because I was sick. So I had planned, I had looked at the calendar, looked at, the weather and everything, because we're moving into fall and I needed the weather to be just right. So I could go and shoot in front of the barn, because I wanted all of the exercises to be filmed outside. And so there's a couple of things. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to sneeze. Like I said, I was sick and I'm getting over that. So I was looking at the calendar. I was checking it out to find the absolute, of course, perfect time. Another reason to procrastinate. Well, it's not nice outside. I can't do it. So when I had planned on doing it, of course, what happened with the weather, it dropped down to like 50 degrees, 40 degrees. It was a nightmare, and it was unseasonably cold. And because of that, I wound up getting this really bad cold because I slept with the windows open. That's the first thing I ask when people say, hey, I got a cold. Hey, did you sleep with the windows open? Yeah, I did. Oh, and it just wrecked me. Well, that's what happened to me. So close your windows at night and turn on a fan. That is the moral of that story. But anyways, so I had pushed it off another week because I was wrecked. And right before I was going to do it, I said, hey, I'm going to take a week off from working out. So that way I know it's going to be an intense, I know filming it, doing a lot of the exercises all at once is going to be kind of a pain in the ass. So I want to be nice and fresh. I want to be injury free. Not that I had any injuries. I just didn't want any soreness or anything like that. So I took a week off and was prepping to do it. So I took a week off from working out, resting my body. All of a sudden, the weather drops. I get sick. So I got to take another week off from working out. And I'm like, this is not good. This is going to be crazy. All right. The weather's coming, and I was looking for all the off ramps. I was like, maybe I'll just wait till spring. Maybe I'll just no. I need the money for the business by selling the memberships to the exercise library. So I said, no, we got to do this. We got to do this. So I went yesterday. I'm filming right now, recording this on Monday, and I picked Sunday because Sunday was going to be great. It was going to be beautiful, and I did it. I filmed them all. I filmed every single video. I even I missed one, but in retrospect, the one that I missed, I added two different ones, and the one that I added, and I can't tell you what it is right now. Well, yeah, I can. I had this trap bar deadlift, and it's really easy to put too much weight on a trap bar and then go and do it and then wind up injuring yourself. So I use the bent over row, which focuses more on your back muscles. I'm simplifying that, of course, but so I got rid of the trap bar deadlift and added the bent over row into it, because I think it's a more useful exercise. But I'm not here to get into the minutia of the shoot, but I will tell you that my son, Robert, and my wife, Stephanie, are absolute rock stars, because I don't know if you guys know this, but my wife works in advertising, and she's a creative genius. And she's kind of a big deal in it. She's up there, SVP, super vice president. And I got everything set up, got everything where the light was where I wanted it, and said, hey, come on downstairs. I got this. I need you to look at my set. And she, true rock star fashion, comes in. All right, you want to move this over here? This is heavy. Come over here and lift this. Move this over there. Move this over there. Swap that. And she just totally directed my entire set so that it came out beautifully. And then my son was on the mobile camera getting the action shots, and he's a whiz. He's awesome. And he's just coming out of having teeth pulled from the dentist, from the oral surgeon. So the fact that he could be in it was just a miracle in itself. But the point is, I finally got it done. I finally got it done. So that brings me to kind of the subject of this episode of the podcast. And something interesting happened. So hold on one sec. I'm going to have a sip of coffee. Peter Madeira, this is for you. Oh, wait a minute. I also forgot. So the filming had to get pushed back because I had done my newsletter at the beginning of this month. We're in October. And that went out. It was a success. Very few unsubscribed. Some people subscribed. So thank you to those people. And thank you to all those people who opened it up and checked it out. And if you have an opportunity, go over to the website and check out the newsletter and sign up for the newsletter. I think you'll really like it. November is going to be fun. I'm still working on getting a honey badger spotlight person for the interview portion of it. But yeah, so that's another thing that pushed it back a little bit. But my point is, it got done. The newsletter got done. which I had pushed off for a while. The filming got done, which I had pushed off for a while. Because what you need to understand about Sea and Land Fitness is I have 3 other people who routinely are attached to it. And then I have a network of people that I use for resources, for the research that goes into the newsletter and into this podcast and into the programs, the fitness programs. So all the fitness programs that all the videos that I filmed, that's all been vetted by people in my professional network. So you're getting the straight dope. You're getting university professors, National Strength and Conditioning Association members who are also professors who are looking at this stuff and going, attaboy, bravo, Zulu, keep going. So there's a lot that goes into this. I keep using this thing too. So this is, who is this? Gripzilla. If you have a chance to get these, go over to Gripzilla. I'm not sponsored by them yet. Gripzilla, come on, help me out. But these things are amazing. And I'm totally getting distracted. Anyways, I'm going to put that down. So, that's a perfect segue into what I'm talking about. So a lot of times we will not get the things done that we want to get done because we will set up roadblocks. Okay. So we'll tell ourselves this can't get done. That person's probably going to say no. It'll never work anyways. And what happens is it gets dashed on the rocks. The idea disappears. We come back to it. And then, interestingly, we experience regret over not having done it. So then we push it even further from our minds. So what causes this? Well, normal fear. Okay. Fear of failure. Fear of having to go through it. Fear of the inconvenience. What else could I be doing at this time? There are so many other things that I could be doing that are more productive. When if you took the time to do the things that you needed to do, you would be more productive. I had an interesting talk with a friend of mine, another colleague, over at West Point, and he was telling me I had the opportunity to meet his son, who was a wonderful, wonderful human being. And we were talking about how he's been going through some difficulties. And I got the wonderful opportunity to give this young man some advice. And I talked to him about perceived roadblocks and how a lot of times the roadblocks that we tell ourselves are in our way are self-imposed roadblocks, are mental roadblocks. And I can't, that can't, I won't. Starting to hear a lot of these negative qualifiers, right? So I've been sneezing, so my nose is itching like crazy. Sorry about that, guys. I'm not digging for gold. All right. My nose itches. But a lot of these perceived roadblocks occur because, and this kind of sucks to just, but I got to come out and say it, because we make it happen. A lot of the things that don't occur because of our own fault. There we go. No, that's not it. Hold on. All right. Hopefully that was it. Sorry. If you're watching this, you're going, what the hell? I'm watching a YouTube video. This guy pick his nose. This is horrible. Although that's probably a thing, and you could probably find that video as soon as I get done recording this. You know I'm going to look that up. But, so, I have an interesting story. from way back when I was in the Navy. And I had to go to personnel. I was getting some static from personnel. Personnel are the people who deal with your service record, your records, your pay, all that stuff. So I was having trouble. And I was telling the personnel guy from my boat, hey, look, I'm having trouble. What do I do? They're not doing what I need them to do, and this problem's continuing to go on. And he says, Sahno, he was the chief. He says, Sahno, this is what you're going to do. You're going to go over to McDonald's. What? Listen, you're going to go over to McDonald's. You're going to buy 4 coffees, and you are going to go over to personnel with those coffees. You're going to put them on the desk, and you're going to say, hey, guys, I'm having trouble. Can you guys help me? Oh, yeah, these coffees are for you. Wouldn't you know it? My problem got fixed within minutes of me being there. Okay, you're all set. Your pay should be fine now. Boom, done. Okay, so that's an instance of me taking action and going and removing this roadblock. So the reason I bring that up is I don't know. Hold on, I'm going to have a sip of coffee. I don't know if you remember, some of you may remember, but there was this Netflix documentary that came out after this book came out, and the book was called The Secret. Okay, and I know some of you are going, oh my God, here we go. Mumbo jumbo. No, I'm not doing the mumbo jumbo. What I am going to tell you about is a phenomena, a psychological phenomena, a psychological phenomena, I couldn't let that go, that occurs when a positive action begets a positive reaction. So we've all experienced this. You know what I mean? You go in and all of a sudden you've got this day where nothing can go wrong and you're smiling. You go into the DMV and you're smiling and they say, oh yeah, we can take care of that. Come over, we'll take your picture. Or, oh, you don't need a number, just come to the front. Or, hey, it's a little bit over on your stuff at the deli, but don't sweat it. I'll just ring you up for £1. We've all had those days. Those days are great. That's actually a real phenomenon. And I'm trying to simplify it because I don't want to mumbo jumbo it up. But basically, you do nice things and nice people do nice things in return for you. The opposite is the same. So you get pulled over for a traffic ticket. This is bullshit. I can't believe this. What is going on? That cop doesn't want to hear it. He doesn't want to hear it at all. All of a sudden, what was going to be a warning turns into a $200 ticket. Okay. So essentially, you get what you pay for. I have always found that when I get on the phone with customer service, the first thing that I ask is, can you help me? Treat the person as a subject matter expert. Always. If you always treat someone as a subject matter expert, when you need help, you will always get help. That's what I've found. Are there instances where that doesn't work? Absolutely. Have you ever gotten on the phone with someone, been really upset, and then they've jumped down your throat in a way that just seems like totally uncalled for? Well, here's the thing. Think about the last person they talked to before you got on the phone with them. That actually helped me tremendously. I like to ask people when I get on the phone with them, if I have to deal with the cell phone company or something like that. Hey, how's your day going? Everything going well? I hope I'm not the worst call you've ever. No. As a matter of fact, 2 calls ago, this guy thought he was or this woman, and they were just insane. And you know what I mean? So always try to think of the other person and you will be amazed at what you get back in return. So the secret is not really the secret. It's something we've known all along. What's the saying? You get more flies with honey. That's basically the secret. So the secret is mumbo jumbo, but I really kind of do feel the universe works reciprocally. What does that mean? What you put in is what you get back. Okay. You treat someone like an ass, you're going to get treated like an ass. You treat someone like a king, you're going to get treated like a king. That's just the way it works. I have all this written down on the board on the side. I just want to make sure I don't forget anything. So essentially, what the secret is saying is kind of true in a weird sense. So the secret is saying that you make your reality. Okay. And this is actually interesting because my wife and I just watched Split. All right. So it's October. So we're watching scary movies. And Split was one of the ones we chose, the one about the guy with multiple personalities. And one of the things that he could do is if he could conceive it in his brain, if one of his personalities could conceive of it, like I think one of the personalities had diabetes and had to take insulin. But as soon as that whatchamacallit, that personality was gone, the diabetes no longer exhibited itself in his physiology. So that's an extreme case. I don't even know if that's true. But if we think about it, there are psychosomatic reactions. We feel sick when we're not really sick. We get hives or some type of sympathetic nervous system reaction to things that is going to show as you have something when you don't have it. So there is not total truth to the idea of what goes on in the movie Split, and I feel like I'm getting off on a tangent. But there are some similarities in the things that go on. My entire point and reason for bringing this up is that essentially we create our own reality. In neuroscience, we create the universe, not just the world around us, but the universe based on our five senses: sight, touch, taste, hearing. That's the world. I'm gonna have another sip. Hold on. So when you have a faulty sensor on your car and it's saying that your engine's taking in too much oxygen, the reality that the car is experiencing is that there's too much oxygen. But is there? No, not at all. The same goes on with our bodies. I have some type of neurological disorder that causes phantom sensations. That's just one of the things from my time in the military. Is it real? No. Is it perceived to be real? Yeah, absolutely. So my reality has these feelings, these pinpricks, these itches that are reactions to nothing. My entire point for bringing all of this up is that our brain shapes our reality. It also shapes our mood. It also shapes our mood, being our emotions, our outlook for what we're experiencing in the moment. You have control over those. A lot of times it seems like you don't, but you have control over this perception. A lot of that control comes from a really interesting and kind of, not for nothing, even on a physiological and neurological level, is a little bit freaking spooky. What do I mean by that? So we have the sympathetic nervous system. Everyone, I'm going to simplify this stuff for you. The sympathetic nervous system, which is the fight or flight response, okay? The, oh crap, that's, loud noises cause your heart rate to increase, so you sweat, digestion stops, bunch of stuff. You also have something called the parasympathetic response, okay, or the parasympathetic nervous system. That's your I'm gonna freaking chill nervous system. And this is where I say it's spooky, because you can literally rewire yourself by activating it. No lie. It 100% works. So all you have to do, literally, all you have to do in order to engage it and sort of turn off the sympathetic response, the fight or flight response, the nervous response, the anxious response, all you have to do is breathe in, extend your belly. So when you breathe in, a lot of times when we breathe in, we pull our gut in. But I'm telling you to do the opposite. When you breathe in, let your belly fill and let your belly distend, go out. It's crazy. Then when you breathe out, suck in your gut. Do that tonight for all of you watching, all of you listening. Do that tonight. Do it 6 times as you're going to sleep, especially if you have racing thoughts, because sometimes I like to do large physics problems in my head, like contemplating the nature of black holes and shit like that. Just because it's fun stuff. Years ago, before I went down this physiology track, I was a physics guy. When I was at Central Connecticut State University, that's what I wanted to be, a physicist. But anyways, so do that. Breathe in, let your belly come out. Breathe out, bring your belly in, and all of a sudden you will find yourself calm down. I actually use this to fall asleep. I used it to get over my fear of going over bridges. Totally chilled me the hell out. I use it when I'm around people, because I have a not a crippling, but a severe social anxiety. It used to be crippling, but it's not anymore. Which is ironic, because I have this strong desire to be around people. Doesn't make sense. Whatever. But I use it. If you're nervous getting on a plane, use it as soon as you get on the plane. Use it before you get on the plane, because there's going to be some heightened anxiety there. Use it whenever you feel that the hairs on the use it. It is a tremendous practice. And just know that you can get rid of all the roadblocks. So what did I give you today? I told you how I got my stuff done. I told you why I got my stuff done. I told you what was keeping me from getting my stuff done. My own procrastination, the roadblocks that I was putting up in front of myself, all the excuses, which is what they are. They're absolutely excuses. It was cold. I could have done the videos. I had a sweatshirt on when I did them. Would have been fine. I told you about how we can create our own perceptions of things, how we can make things happen by just having a little bit of faith in ourselves and telling ourselves the roadblocks that are in front of me, are they real or am I making them? And could a little bit of kindness help make some of those roadblocks disappear? Who knows? And we finished on some breathing exercises to help you when it gets a little bit too overwhelming. So a little bit of sport performance psychology here. I know some of it sounded a little bit goofy and a little bit like you really went with The Secret. Are you kidding me? Come on, man. But they're onto something. It's just their methodology for why it works is totally ass backwards. It's a normal social phenomenon. It's not anything that is, mysterious. Now, does faith in what individuals have faith in have an effect? Absolutely. Never discount a person's faith and their commitment to that faith and its effect on them being able to get things done. What I'm saying is The Secret's point of view on it is, I don't know if I buy it. But anyways, all right, so that is all I've got for you guys with this one. I got it done. I got them done. I got them done for you. We are going to get these up. We're going to get this membership section of the website up. And, we just got new Garmin watches in. I cleaned up the website a lot. The shopping portion of the website. The shop. I got that cleaned up, and we are getting shirts. We are getting sweatshirts. I just got the what do you call it? The sample run of the sweatshirts done. They came out amazing. People are asking about them. And we've got some shirts that are going to come out too. And we'll have those once they're done. We'll have them up for you. But I'm gonna work. November is working on the membership website, and then stay tuned for November's newsletter. That's coming too. And if you know anyone who'd like to, if you see it and you like it, please share it. That would help us out a lot. And yeah, that's all I got for you. All right, later, Honeybadgers. Out.